Hey there, everyone. Welcome back to some more Let's Play Intravenous 2. In the last episode, Steve ventured to the drug dealer's hideout that we have been told of from the gentleman in Dave's political party in an attempt to give us any type of lead which may or may not, well, lead us to who is blackmailing us and or the location of Sean's father. We found some information that would get them in trouble with the police, but we didn't see a whole lot of information that might relate to the ongoing dilemma that Sean is having. We also died quite a bit in that mission. About, I think, 15 times? And we'll talk about that as we do the next mission. Just, it's probably going to be like that from now on, viewer. Just be aware, there's going to be lots of deaths. We'll talk more about why this bothers me. It shouldn't, but it does bother me as we play. All right, so we got a crap ton of money. We unlocked the trigger schematic as we found it in that mission. We upgraded our guns that we are currently using to have triggers. And I think that was about it at the end of it. So let's go ahead and talk with Steve. We'll learn more about his history, perhaps more about what's going on with our father, and then we'll get ready for the next mission. Let's get started. Hey, Sean. Do we receive training? Sure. Great. Let's get to it. What do you want to work on? We have 10,000 bucks. We can... I feel like load bearing is still a great thing to dump our points into. In games like this that encourage, sometimes, movement, I like being able to move as fast as I can, and every single scrap of a second I can get from a skill point, I feel is well invested. Alternatively, we can begin investing, I guess, a little bit into our guns. It would be short guns I would spend the points in. Or hand-to-hand would knock out people perhaps a little faster. If I can get load bearing to level 3, I'll be very happy. We will continue to focus on load bearing. Right, let's get to it. Oh, viewer, you might have noticed that I didn't do the training more than once so far. This is because you cannot do it more than once per interlude. Give me one of those training sessions you talked about. Sean, I appreciate the passion, but we've trained already. I'm beat. Let's get to work and reserve the training for after that, huh? Alright, so with that shown, do we have any skill points? Not for Sean. Oh, and none for Steve. Okay, I must have spent them already at the end of the last episode. Alright, well, that's even less for us to do then. Let's go ahead and begin the debrief. So how'd it go? I got nothing. The target gave me some irrelevant info. Completely clueless. Huh. So what did he tell you? Some info on a drug trafficking gang he thinks could have some info. Okay, so it's a bit awkward here because we already sent Steve on the mission where we told him about this. So, I don't... In some instances, it feels like the story wanted me to do more of my own thing first, our main quest, but in other times, it's going to feel like, no, Steve should be the one to do the next thing. It doesn't matter, I guess, in the long run. Just, if the conversation doesn't make too much sense given what we've done and the order that we've done it, I do apologize, but it is what it is. Let's continue. Really? There's no way some drug peddlers will give a fuck about a politician vowing to take down drug trade. Could be worth looking into. We don't have much cash. Maybe they could have something incriminating that we could bid. These people are usually close to all sorts of shitheads. Sorry, I have to chain. Oh, you're right. Alright, come talk to me in a bit. I've got a score to settle with these fuckers anyway. So if you like, I could look into this. Personally. And he did so. So I guess we're viewing this as a flashback before we actually start our mission. Something that we talked to him about before we sent Steve on his mission. Anyway, back to the topic at hand. What happened to the target? I let him go. Couldn't bring myself to do it. Good. Our friends are going to find out, though. Got eyes everywhere, and the politicians will take this story to the media, no doubt. Not sure how those fucks are going to take the news. Might take it out on your dad somehow. Shit. You did the right thing. Right thing? They're going to kill my dad. What would you rather do? Kill a bunch of innocent people to save a single person? Sorry, pal. There's no good ending here. The only good is making sure that you hurt as few innocent people as possible. What a goddamn mess. What should I do? Buckle up and deal with it. There's no good negotiating with killers. Fuck, should be obvious to you. A hired killer. Whether you play by their rules or not. Well, let's just say I don't think your father's gonna make it out alive. Doubt they'll call it quits after just one fuck up from you, though. They'll know you're good. They know you're good at what you do when they're emotionally charged right now. So we'll try to take advantage of that. Don't expect them to buzz off that easily. Fuck! God damn it, Dad. Eyes on the prize, friend. No use sulking. Use that anger to motivate yourself, not let it eat you up. A lot of good that did for you, huh? I'm alive. Can't say this. The same can't be said about those that tried to screw me over. Anyway, when those punks call you, say that you walk unless they put your dad on the phone. It's risky, but they will do what you ask if they need you. If they don't hand the phone, it's safe to assume they whacked your dad already. If it turns out that they did, I'll help you put those sons of bitches 6 feet under. Anyway, we've got to get to that Dave guy. It's best you waste no time at all and get out there immediately. Right, I'll get moving as soon as possible. Alright, that's our mission. I'm going to put a break, by the way, in between each of these so I can mark on the video when this part stopped and the next part begins. Just for the ease for you guys who don't really care about the story but just want to watch the game. So give me 1 second. Okay, I think it's working. Okay, yes, looks like it's working. Alright, so let's get going. Right, this tip right here is something I always forget about, but it's really super important. Holding down the right mouse button means you aim your weapon high. You might remember we hit a light one time instead of the enemy in front of us. It's because I held down the right mouse button. The game interpreted that as aiming at the ceiling light rather than the target in front of me. If I had not held down the right mouse button, then we would have aimed at the person. Although I think we would aim at their chest, not their head. Road to Police Precinct, May 6th, 3:13 a.m. Steve, there are a bunch of armed guys waiting up ahead. Know anything about this? What? Are you in one piece? Yeah, but they're just up ahead like someone tipped them off. Oh shit, nothing we can do about it. You gotta keep moving forward. Assume they're looking for you and want you dead. Got it. I'm on my way. Before we get going, viewer, I'm going to do something that I do occasionally do when I play a game. Try to think of how I want to do this. Okay, so I don't have it with me at the moment, but you guys might recall that in missions I've played where dying frequently could potentially be a thing, I often break out a donation jar and put money into it and then donate it to something at the end of that. We'll do that for this game as well. Something fun so that you guys watching can feel that there is some pain happening to me if I die. Since me just dying willy-nilly always feels a little weird to me. And especially because why bother to improve if there's no penalty to it, as it were. So what we're going to do is this, viewer. every time I die, I will put $1 into a donation jar. I don't have any jars in front of me, and my dollar coins are in a different room. But what we'll do is, obviously at the end of the game, we'll have probably over 200 bucks worth of money in that jar, and I will donate it to my local police at the end of this. I've already decided that we'll put down 16 bucks in it, because I think that's how much we've died so far. So if we don't die a whole lot, well, there won't be too much money to donate, but it will be a more entertaining video because of how skillful I'll be. If we die a lot, well, we make up for it by we're giving the police money, who hopefully are stopping people like the ones we are going up against in these games. Probably not really, but maybe really, putting them behind bars. So let's do this. All right, time to prep. So as you saw in the last episode, the B&T VP9 is it's a quiet weapon that does decent damage. And by quiet, I mean, from my experience of all the pistols, it is, I mean, the Ruger's probably even more quiet. But this is, if I had a binary trigger, I might take the Ruger. But anyway, it is a very quiet weapon. And it would make sense for Sean to take this if we had to shoot up enemies. But he started with the Smith & Wesson 457S. It's more of it's still a silent weapon. It's more of a kind of a combat weapon where once fighting breaks out, we're shooting from the shadows. But we're going to keep using this one. Note as well that the B&T VP9, you have 6 bullets in the magazine. 5 in the magazine, 1 already loaded. And you get 10 extra bullets brought with you. This one is 8 total rounds to start and 28 more bullets. I'm curious. Okay, and we can see the number go up if we were to increase different types of armor. That could be something we would consider if we were intending to do more wet work, but I'm hoping to get past these guys without making a lot of noise. And without any... Oh, that's obvious, Tim. What I meant was that without any combat. That said, there's no reason for us not to bring the Smith & Wesson 457S, so we'll take that with us. The EMP device. I think we do bring a med kit. And a taser. We didn't use a taser at all last time. I think we took it with Sean before. Once. We'll take it again. No primary weapon. I am anticipating in each of the missions that we do, and I know it's the case for at least up to the club mission, that we can find primary weapons in the mission, and often they're ones that we can unlock and bring back with us. So I don't want to start out with one. Let's go with this. Caliber armor. All right. More suits. And pistols. I don't recognize the pistols, by the way. They probably do sound different as they fire. Oh, by the way, so first off, we are going to the police precinct. This is some guy's house. I feel a little guilty just robbing random people. But unfortunately, we need the cash. So grab some cryptocurrency from this gamer's place. Nothing in the living room. Nothing else in the bedroom. Nothing in the bathroom. Well, we can probably hide in the darkness here, but then crossing the street is difficult with him being right there. We can knock him out, but then that kind of alerts the guard here. We could get by the window here, sneak out and cross the street. That's far enough away from him. No. I don't like that at all. We'll stick to the back alley. Oh, nice. Okay, right button is kicking, by the way. And, if you don't have a weapon drawn. I was thinking if I could aim high. Okay, we can aim over this low. Nothing in the bathroom. This gentleman's living room, this was a studio apartment, I think. I don't see anything in here worth stealing. You can't search drawers or the like, to my knowledge. Everything you can steal will be on the surface of something. And I see nothing in this room either. The guard here will be a little tricky to deal with. Let's watch the street for a little bit. I want to see where this guy patrols, okay. Oh, notice, okay, he will, if we knock out this guy, he will notice that he is gone. So we can probably be here in the shadow. Woo! Made it. I will say that this is a very small map, viewer. We're almost done with it already. If I choose to just go for the exit. So here's what we're going to do. I'd like to knock this guy out to make our extraction, which is right over there, a little easier. But I wouldn't mind exploring more of the mission. We're going to save the game here. There's the exit. I would like to knock this guy out, too. He's gonna notice his friend is gone. Some cryptocurrency in that building. Or something is right here. Nothing in that room. Nothing in that room. You can probably knock out this guy, too. They're going to become suspicious soon. Very soon. There's a weapon I wouldn't mind having. Do we reload? Alright, one death. Because I remember that I've mentioned before that once something goes wrong, you tend to have to kill every single person on the map in order to get out of there in reasonable shape. I'm sure whoever lives here won't mind that person being in their bathroom or something. It was that guy who saw us last time. I wouldn't mind knocking that guy out to make this a lot easier. I want the gun, and then we'll leave. They're gonna see that. They did. They heard that for sure. Do we just give up on the gun, Tim? Alright, killed 2 dudes, kind of regretted that. Didn't want to have to kill either of them, but I'll take it. Leave with a gun. I didn't even see what it was. That's another problem is, or a problem with this game, is that I'm too busy frantically trying to, or not trying to panic about what I need to do next, and I never basically pay attention in a heated situation as to any text messages that display, because they're brief, they're semi-translucent, and I'll never notice them. So hopefully we unlocked that weapon, whatever it was that we picked up. Police Precinct, May 6th, 0343. Sean, for some reason, all the cops on duty have been called off. Dave's called in more of his security detail to compensate. Why won't he leave? You held him at gunpoint just a couple days ago. My guess is he's paranoid. Home probably doesn't feel safe anymore. He's holed up in one of the offices. That makes things easier. Don't want to kill cops. Sure, but I'd still prefer if you didn't go on a killing spree. Who knows, maybe these bodyguards are holier than the cops they've replaced. If they're anything like the regulars over at Empathetics, then there's no chance. Oh, we continue where we left off. Okay, I did not realize that was the case. We have an AR-15, is what that weapon was that we picked up. Our medpic's at 100%, and the wound we took has been automatically healed. So the entrance to the police precinct is right down there, but it's likely, or rather I should say I know, it is heavily guarded. So we want to find an alternate way into the precinct. It's a large building with lots of people in it, so there's got to be at least one more entrance into the place. That guy here is Dave. He's the guy we're here to interrogate. Hope we don't trip on anything. This guy can see through these windows in spots you wouldn't think he can, so be super careful. He's gonna turn around. No, he's gonna go to this window and look out again. Yep. Well, we're gonna have to reload, viewer, if we're seen already. Yeah, we have no choice but to reload. Getting seen before we make it into the precinct is unacceptable. We'll have to kill like 50 guys. We'll have to kill every single person in the precinct, because that's the way this always works. On one hand, it's realistic. On the other hand, and the very first title I made for this game is a game about not stealthing. And that's basically what this is. On the highest difficulty setting, if you don't want to reload the game, then it goes from a stealth game to a twin-stick shooter very quickly. So why did he notice us? I guess he must have heard us. I think we must have... Did we brush up against a wall and make a little bit of noise? That must have been what happened. I need to wait for this guy to be going back in that direction before I make a move for this little room. Oh, we make a lot of noise on the pavement is what happened probably. Alright, we made it to the back entrance. Okay, this is... I know the patrols in here rather well, given how many times I've failed this mission before. Normally I wouldn't save at this point. But we should. And by should, I mean I'm going to. Alright, so let's talk about some of the patrols while we're here. In this room, actually, let's look at the rooms. There's some material here we can get some money from, or for, and a pass key. There's a door here to a completely dark area, and there is some more cash, or rather loot, in there we can make use of. It is very difficult, though, to get out of this room once you get into it, assuming you're not knocking anyone out. There's a pass key here. Nothing in these interrogation rooms. Some more confidential material here. This looks like some sort of vault information storage on folks. Nothing in this room. Note the vents. There's quite a few vents in this place. And that's how we get around, avoiding the main hallways. It's going to be a bit, perhaps, weird, but in this mission, I really don't want to knock anyone out if I can avoid it. I'd rather the guards patrol on their normal routes without me having to worry about them mixing things up. I need kind of this guy's pathing to be reset. Or this one. Guy in here. No, he's not watching anything, but he's also not guarding anything. We could potentially knock him out to have one less guard to worry about. A prison, I think. These two. We'll head into that room when he is walking down this way. Most of the doors in this facility are locked. Many require pass keys to get into them. We already have that weapon. Maybe we should have gotten that one key card. In fact, the more I think about it, the more I think we should have grabbed that. So we're going to try to double back the way we came. That's a lot of work to redo, but it's not that dangerous. This is very dangerous. Going for these two things. I will often be detected, but I'm not going to save the game after what we did. We can just redo that again. I can't remember if I need this pass card to make things easier on this side of the precinct, but we're going to go for it. We have such little time, though, to grab this without being detected. If we do grab this, I'll save the game again. Woo! Holy crap. Do you risk... I don't even know what keycard it was. A storage room keycard. Okay. I'd like to get back all the way up to the garage. I turned the light back on in here again because I didn't want them to think anything was more out of place than it already was. We're very briefly seen. So I had just enough time, like obviously to get in here without them really knowing if they saw someone or not. But the problem with that is if, like, okay, they think they saw someone. Now they see a door is open, or now they see a light is off. Their suspicion, I think, continues to increase until finally, even if they didn't flat out see you, as I think we saw in the last mission, they will start patrolling for you. I guess we could save the game again. That is... I made it look easy, viewer. It is not easy. It's the first time I thought I had enough time to grab both of these things also. Normally, I have to, like, sneak around on all fours this entire area. I think, now that I think about it, I think the key card's used for this door. Okay, and these two are back on their awkward patrol. So this is gonna be... This is... Well... It's gonna be really tricky. All I have to do is get into one of these rooms and everything becomes much easier for me. You don't have much time. Oh, I don't like the timing of these two. Can we unlock one of these doors? Yeah, they're spending more and more time on their patrols, not... oh my goodness, them words. What are the words? It's becoming more and more awkward to sneak, to try to sneak behind this one particular guard. We could go for it, viewer, but we're currently not detected, so I'd rather do the safe thing and follow him up. and get into this room. Okay. When this guy turns his back around, the guy in the parking lot will scoot out, drop again, and now save the game. Okay. This is a tricky spot as well. And we should have gone. We should have gone right then. That was what we wanted to do. We have to follow this guy down to be behind him. Doors, some door, I like this door right here, by the way, I believe requires a pass key to open. So we're not, I mean, who cares, right? It's just one reload. I can't be in this corner to get behind this guy because he comes in here and looks down that. Oh, he doesn't, but it's not really safe. So there's a few things we have to be aware of, viewer. See this guy? He can see us here through that window. So we have to pay attention to his patrol route. The guy here will see us through this window if we're standing here as well, which is why we're ducked behind this table right here. This would be the time to go, Tim. It's locked. And we're about to be seen. I did not realize it was locked. That was when I wanted to do it. We'll have to do it now then. Whew. Okay, he's... Okay. We bumped into the wall. Once again, moving into walls creates noise. I don't like that. I wish it didn't do that, but there you have it. All right. We got out of that situation. And it doesn't look like there's anything in the room we just left. We definitely don't want to be breaking windows. They'll be seen, they'll be heard, so we can't get back out into the courtyard. But we passed by that earlier when we first started. We don't want to turn off lights that can be seen, because that will get people potentially into those rooms to investigate why they're off. Looks like this room's safe to be in. This light switch we can turn off. And his back is turned when he faces to the east. A sink. Sinks, by the way, I think they're only used to make noise. I don't think they do anything else. Some donuts. I haven't had a donut in God knows how long. Looks like a Kelvar vest. Yep. If combat breaks out and we decide that we're just gonna kill every single person in here, there's at least some armor to make up for what we make up for some of what we're going to be the damage we're going to take. I like preemptively doing this for breaker boxes. HK G36C. We have this weapon already. There was another down here. What is this? Remington 870. We have that as well. Shooting range. Shotgun slugs, mini shells. We can't take the mini shells. We're not going through this door. I just want to lockpick it. Just make sure we didn't miss anything in here. Yeah. Sorry, viewers, if I pause every so often. I had a small cold. Lasted for just a day and a half. I hate colds. I hate having a sore throat in particular. I can't. God, sleeping so bad. This is a taser. And ammo for it, by the way. I don't think I've ever used a taser. It's a long-range knockout. The person may scream, though, I think, when you hit him with it. These are not interactable. That is not a pass key. Some sort of teaching room. Yep, a taser. Can I see how many saves I have somewhere? If I hit a... Oh, what the heck was that? Okay, I just hit a button by accident. Thankfully, we didn't fire a gun or anything like that. If I do this... 5 saves. Okay, perfect. I think this is a good spot to use another. We've just done a bunch of sleuthing. I had wanted to go right then. Now it's too late. We'll have to go in the future. Looks like there's a vent down there. The next time this guy patrols south, we'll move. Actually, this is probably a mistake. It's because of this guy that I'm nervous. Alright, here we go. When he moves away, we'll make our move. Nothing in the weightlifting room. No key cards, no cash. See, if we knock this guy out, this guy will eventually notice. If we knock this guy out, the guy that comes out of the room where we had been in the vent earlier, we were crouched behind that one table, will find out. And if we knock that guy out, one of the people who walks around outside will notice the patrol missing because of how he patrols with that window. So it's really awkward knocking out anyone if you don't want anyone else to eventually notice something's amiss. My recollection of this mission, though, is that there is just enough time to get to all the doors. Shower room. So that's this side of the precinct then. So some loot. Feels like we probably missed a key card. We only have a storage room key card. I don't know where it would be though if we did lose it, so miss it. Oh, it's for this room that I think that is a storage room. I think. So this is when we'd have to move towards that door. Assuming we're not going to knock him out. Like, by this is when, I mean, he's not here. He's facing that way. We'll watch his patrol again. I think the next time he walks to where he currently is when we can move. I like the shadows, by the way, that get emitted from these people and the lights. That's pretty cool. Oh, what the heck? What is this? What is that? Why did he want to walk over here and turn the light off? Why? Where did he even come from? How did he even know? Intravenous 2, you have God mode guards here. Good thing I was somewhat paying attention, just didn't move out. All right, now we have to wait for that perfect situation to happen again, which it was right there, but we didn't take it. Yeah, he just really wanted that light on. Had some sort of instinct that it was turned off. Oh, this guard. I forgot about him, too. We're gonna try to get into this room. He'll walk down here, he'll walk there, but then he'll be here. We have to wait for another circuit. Yeah, we won't have time. Or we'll barely have time. No, I don't like it. I don't trust my ability not to panic. This is when we can do it. That was the storage room pass key we had found earlier. There's some material in here. And that was it. But screw it. I'm leaving this open. Forget it. These guys walk into a room and turn the lights on if they're off. How does he even know? Forget it. We're leaving the lights on in all the rooms. I do not need him walking in this room, knowing the lights off and just turning it back on again. How many saves do we have? 4? Sure. How did he hear me? Because I was moving as I dropped to the ground. Well, that's why we saved the game when we did. Another AR-15. And a criminal investigation department keycard. And Kelvar. We could kill this guy. Maybe knock him out. We'll try sneaking past him once or twice. How will we do it? There's no vents in this room, it would seem, either. If we can get over here, crouch down, there might be enough shadow that he won't immediately notice us. If we leave this door open, he may come to investigate that, which will buy me time to then crawl a little bit further to this door. We'll try it. The next time that he's up here. Woo! We only have 3 saves left, though, viewer. If I save the game again, well, I mean, that was very tricky. We got another key card. I think we do have to. How many saves do I have left? 3. I'm not gonna save. Although that was amazing. I can't believe I got into and out of that room so cleanly, all things considered. So I would like now to go into this room. So I think we'll start by getting into this one. Be the same way that we did last time. Just standing here waiting. I meant to talk about a few random things, and I forgot what I wanted to talk about, viewer. I do apologize for that. This door is potentially locked, so we kind of need to wait until this guy walks back and check it, which I think we can do now. shelves, a tool chest. Nothing else in this place. Generator, I assume? Of some sort. But nothing in here whatsoever. So what did this do for us then? This got us a little closer to that door. That's a lot trickier to access. But we should be able to do it right now. Another criminal investigation keycard, probably for this door. There is nothing here, by the way, that we can take in that room. No pass key. The police badge is useless to us. I don't see anything else here. We can actually knock this guy out, and maybe his friend. No one's gonna notice that they're off patrol, except for each other. I want to see where he stops. It's tricky in that I might bump into something on my way to him. We haven't saved it, Tim, since you were over here, so I think we should save now. Let's do it. We're gonna knock out these two punks. Ooh, he had a sawn-off shotgun, this guy. Okay. I guess the next thing we're doing is It's getting back over here somehow. That should have been when I did it too. We could have gotten to this room. It's okay, he faces the other way. This key card needs to be the one I think I go for next. So at this point, viewer, now that we've knocked out, so these two people will not be missed to my knowledge. I think it's time we start knocking out everyone else now. Getting up this hallway is going to be tricky. That was very close, Tim. How do you want to do this, and how many saves do you have left? 2 saves. Knocking out those 2 guys and getting back over here won't take too long if we have to redo it. That was a accidental click, so now we do have to reload the game. If I didn't mention it, it's one of the most annoying things about having a gun out. You might accidentally fire it. They are just knocked out as well, the guards. They're not actually killed when you whack them with a pistol. This guy's armed with a radio. In other words, if he could have shouted for help when he saw us, the second it took him to realize that we're not a friend. I'm sorry. I'm surprised I wasn't caught and killed there. I think we also managed to pick the lock correctly, successfully. We're up to 4 reloads so far. Gonna have to sit here for a little bit longer, viewer, because I need this guy to be not where he currently is. This guy's a problem, so we can't go down quite yet. We can't leave now either. This guy's facing down that passage. I kind of want there to be twice the view distance that I currently have in this game. It never feels like I have enough of it. Because enemies can see quite a distance also. Well, I would love to do this right now. Need a little more time. Okay, so how are we gonna do this? Let's look at the patrols for a little bit. There's at least 2 patrolling guards in this hallway. If he enters this room, this guy is also someone we might have to knock out. And he does. We might not have to knock him out because he's facing this way, so he might not notice his friend entering this place. But it's 2 guards here. We can't fire our gun, or these 2 will note. These 2? I think there's another guard right up there. Let's see. Can we get a little closer? 1. There's 1 guard there. And there's this guy here. And I think we need that pass key. So here's what I think we do. Does this guy see this one? He stops here. I think they do. I'm positive they do. Okay. So we knock this guy out. We knock this guy out. Put him in that room. We then get this guy. This one. Actually, it has to be this guy and then his friend. We have to do it in that order. These 2 have to go before this one. No one's gonna miss him. But they will miss these 2. Alternatively, we can try getting in here without knocking anyone out. He's got a radio. Also that guy. I should have gone to this room at that point. Oh, they might not see each other. They might not see each other. I can't tell. We don't have any magic vision. This is... No, they do. They do. They totally see each other. Okay. This is locked, isn't it? Okay, another reload. Was doing so well. We're still doing very well. The music here is pretty cool when the sirens are going off and so on for the combat music, but it's not one you ever want to hear. We don't need to take the gun. That's me just being careful about guards potentially noticing guns missing. Sorry, guns on the ground. Okay, I think we will knock out those guards. By the way, I am done getting detected. This is not where I wanted to go, but for some reason I walked into this room instead, thinking it was better. It is not better. That's when you should go, Tim. When this guy's... Well, we couldn't do it then. His friend's probably coming back. He wasn't. Of course he wasn't. So that could have been when we picked the lock and we didn't do it. We can't go now. He'll see us approaching that door. And by the time he's up here, he's going to be here facing this way. So we just have to wait. Nope, still can't do it. Because if we were to head out here, he'd see us. And if we wait for him to go back, he sees us when he comes over this direction. All the events does mean this place could be a slaughterhouse for the Secret Service or whoever it is that we're dealing with here. Yeah, still not safe. And it won't be safe when he walks up, because he's going to be back down here again. Maybe we can stay in this little area of the hallway. Uh-oh. Okay. He was walking a little weird. I thought he might be a little suspicious. No, can't do it, viewer. Oh, please hurry. Every one of these we do is a little closer to safety. Oh, I should have gone right then, Tim. Well, I didn't. We have to wait around again. That's... Well, we might be able to move here. Okay. Let's not do this yet again. We'll see in the game. We have one save file left, viewer. Alright, so... I think we do the original plan and start knocking people out. Why? I would have reload and not count that because it didn't let me choke the guy for some reason? Like, waiting for the E prompt game. We have to knock him out up here, not down here. Because if this is the mission where guns are noticed on the ground, we can't take that risk. Okay, guess we're staying in this room. Okay, we're now on a timer. We have to get the rest of them knocked out. He's gonna notice his friend is gone very soon. Forget it. And I still die. That sucks. Another death, Tim. Stop. I have to mark it down. Sometimes the game doesn't recognize that you're at a door, wanting to unlock it as well. It's a little annoying. It wouldn't normally be a problem, only every second matters in true difficulty setting. So it kind of really does matter. Maybe we can get away with not knocking this guy out. I won't care if if he notices his friend is gone. They're gonna notice soon that they are gone. You're kidding me. If it's just these two, I don't care. It's 3 of them now. Just reload, Tim. Yeah, we're not getting out of here without killing every single person, so we might as well just reload. Or, you know what? I'll mark it down and preemptively as a reload, but we'll still see if we can do this. Shit, you again. Calm down, not here to hurt you. Well, what a damn coincidence this is then. I was supposed to kill you then. Now whoever put the price on you is blackmailing me. I need to know whether you have any idea who this could be. You must be insane to do something like this after just holding me at gunpoint recently. If I was anyone else, I would have shouted for help by now. Politics can be ruthless. There is someone that could... I can't do this. Nah, I'm sorry. What? I can't allow myself to point you in the direction of a person and just state with confidence that this is who you ought to look for. I wouldn't be able to live with myself if I stained my conscience with the blood of an innocent person. Now's not the time to get all saint with me. I'm sorry, but I simply don't know if I can trust you still. You let me go last time. But there's no guarantee this isn't part of some plan. What plan, huh? You're in here with me again. If I wanted you dead, you wouldn't be talking right now. They're going to kill my dad if I don't find them, and all you're doing is stalling me. They got your family. Yes! Nabbed them after that job when I was meant to kill you. Now you're standing in my way, not cooperating, while the life of my pa hangs on whether I find these cocksuckers or not. Look, I can't just say who it is that I suspect. It could be innocent. I'm in a bad spot. I'll do some research, put some thought in. Maybe there's a pattern. And strange things have been happening lately on the political scene. Once I have something, I'll get in touch with you. You spared me, so the least I can do is help. So the least I can do to help is aid you in finding the person who seems to be our mutual enemy. Fuck, that's not reassuring. You'll have to trust me on this. And I'm getting the hell out of here. Do that, but be careful. I can't call off my men. I don't trust some of them, and if any of them happen to be informants, your father's done for. Shit. Now, heads up, they might enter this room. They will tend not to. And also, if a stray bullet hits Dave, mission over. We lose. The game should have autosaved here as well, so this has got a lot more exciting for us to try to get out of here. But we'll play it out. There's some cash in this room. Not that that should be something I think we care about too much at this moment. Oh, they found that one guy who was knocked out and woke him up again. That's pretty cool. They're all going to where the one guy called for help. This is when a radio's going to work in our favor. I just have to get into this room. Oh, we got several saves. That's good. I'll take it. No one's watching any of the cameras, so we can just make a beeline right for the exit. That worked out! Holy crap! I'll take police precinct with only 6 failures. I'll do it. All right. Not bad. Not bad. Got most of the loot there as well, if in case that matters. All right, let's continue. Talk nonsense to distract enemies to your advantage. That's interesting. That hasn't been a thing that we've had to do yet. Let's see if we get a phone call. And we don't. All right, guys. All right, so then let's stop here. Thank you all for watching. And we come back, more training and upgrading weapons, and then the next mission. I'll see you guys then. Take care, everyone.